Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic legends, and I'm your host, Howard Closewell. Today, we embark on a captivating journey through the life of Willie Pep, a boxer whose prowess in the ring earned him the nickname Will-o'-the-Wisp for his elusive, whisper-like footwork and dazzling speed. As we explore the remarkable story of this boxing icon, you'll discover a tale of perseverance, passion, and the unyielding pursuit of greatness. Born on September 19, 1922, in Middletown, Connecticut, Willie Pep's early life was marked by the humble beginnings of an Italian-American family. His parents, having immigrated to the United States from Italy, instilled in him a strong work ethic and a deep respect for tradition. Growing up during the Great Depression, young Willie learned the value of resourcefulness and determination, qualities that would serve him well, both in and out of the boxing ring. The historical context of Pep's early years is crucial to understanding his character and future path. The 1920s and 30s were a transformative time for boxing, with legendary figures like Jack Dempsey and Joe Louis captivating the nation. For a young boy from a working-class family, the sport offered a tantalizing escape from the hardships of everyday life. Pep's introduction to boxing came through his father, who, though not a professional boxer himself, recognized the discipline and physical conditioning the sport could provide. The elder Pep would often regale his son with stories of Italian boxing greats, such as Primo Carnera, whose rags-to-riches tale inspired countless young men from similar backgrounds to lace up their gloves and pursue their own dreams. Pep's childhood was spent in the shadow of the Middletown mills, where his father worked tirelessly to provide for their family. The young Willie would often accompany his father to these industrial landscapes, witnessing firsthand the grueling labor that defined the lives of so many during this era. These early experiences not only deepened his appreciation for hard work, but also instilled in him a desire to forge a different path, one that might offer more than the mills could promise. As he navigated the narrow streets of Middletown, Pep would often gaze up at the smokestacks, their belching flames, and smoke a constant reminder of the sacrifices his family made to ensure their survival. The influence of Italian culture was also profound in shaping Pep's early life. Family gatherings, replete with traditional food, music, and storytelling, were frequent and lively affairs. These events fostered a sense of community and belonging, values that would remain central to Pep's identity throughout his life. Moreover, the strong patriarchal figures in his family, particularly his father, modeled the importance of resilience and courage in the face of adversity. The wisdom of Italian proverbs, such as "Il lavoro è la libertà," work is freedom, resonated deeply with Pep, instilling in him a sense of purpose that would guide him through the trials and tribulations of his boxing career. As Pep navigated his adolescence, boxing began to take on a more significant role in his life. He found solace and challenge in the sport, which demanded discipline, strategy, and physical endurance. Under the guidance of local trainers, Pep honed his skills, quickly demonstrating a natural aptitude for the technical aspects of boxing. His dedication was unwavering, driven by a vision of success that transcended the limitations of his surroundings. The sound of punching bags, the smell of sweat and leather, and the feeling of worn gloves wrapped around his fists all became familiar comforts as Pep spent hours upon hours perfecting his craft. The years leading up to Pep's first major bout were marked by intense preparation and personal growth. He faced numerous challenges, from financial constraints to self-doubt, yet his resolve remained unshaken. The historical backdrop of World War II loomed large during this period, with many young men, including some of Pep's peers, enlisting in the military. Though Pep would eventually serve, his initial focus was on establishing himself as a professional boxer, a dream that seemed within reach as he approached his early 20s. As he trained tirelessly, Pep drew inspiration from the likes of Rocky Marciano, another Italian-American boxer who had risen to fame through sheer determination and grit. It is against this rich tapestry of family, culture, and historical context that Willie Pep's formative years must be understood. The intersection of these influences not only shaped his character, but also laid the groundwork for the remarkable athletic achievements that would soon captivate the boxing world. The question remains, how would Pep navigate the cutthroat world of professional boxing, where only the toughest and most resilient fighters could hope to succeed? The answer, much like Pep's own destiny, was waiting to be written in the annals of boxing history. As Willie Pep's professional boxing career gained momentum, he found himself at the forefront of a new generation of fighters, one that would come to define the sport in the post-war era. On November 20th, 1942, Pep made his professional debut, facing off against Jimmy McAllister at the arena in Boston, Massachusetts. The bout marked the beginning of an illustrious career, one that would be characterized by a series of impressive victories and a reputation for exceptional technical skill. I recall sitting down with Pep years later, and he would often reminisce about that first fight, his eyes sparkling with nostalgia as he recounted the thrill of stepping into the ring for the very first time. Pep's early successes were not limited to his performances in the ring. He also demonstrated a keen business sense, recognizing the importance of cultivating a strong public image and building relationships with key figures in the boxing world. His association with renowned trainer Bill Gore and promoter Sam Silverman proved particularly significant, as these connections helped facilitate Pep's rise through the ranks. I've often wondered what it was about Pep that drew people to him. Was it his charisma, his humility, or something more intangible? One of the most notable events in Pep's career took place on June 7, 1946, when he faced Chalky Wright for the World Featherweight Championship at Madison Square Garden. The bout was a masterclass in boxing technique, with Pep employing his signature combination of speed, agility, and strategic ring generalship to outmaneuver his opponent. As the final bell rang, signaling Pep's victory by unanimous decision, the crowd erupted in applause, acknowledging the emergence of a new champion. I've spoken to many who were in attendance that night, and they still recall the electric atmosphere, the sense of witnessing something truly special. Pep's reign as world featherweight champion was marked by a series of successful title defenses, including victories over Juan Zurita and Humberto Sierra. These performances not only solidified his position at the top of the division, but also earned him widespread recognition as one of the greatest boxers of his era. The praise of contemporaries like Rocky Marciano and Joe Louis further underscored Pep's status as a leading figure in the sport. And yet, despite all the accolades, Pep remained humble, always quick to deflect attention and credit his team for their support. The years that followed saw Pep continue to dominate the featherweight division, with notable victories over top contenders like Sandy Sadler and Willie Joyce. His performances were often described as textbook examples of boxing technique, with Pep's exceptional footwork, hand speed, and ring intelligence allowing him to outclass even the most formidable opponents. But what's often overlooked is the psychological aspect of Pep's success, his ability to stay focused under pressure, to adapt to different fighting styles, and to push himself to new heights. As he once told me, it's not just about throwing punches, it's about being smarter than your opponent, outworking them, and wanting it more. Pep's rivalry with Sandy Sadler, which spanned several years and multiple bouts, remains one of the most famous in boxing history. Their epic encounters, marked by intense physicality and technical brilliance, pushed both fighters to new heights, with Pep ultimately emerging victorious on November 8, 1950, at Madison Square Garden. The victory not only cemented Pep's status as a legendary champion, but also underscored his ability to adapt and evolve, as he successfully adjusted his strategy to counter Sadler's formidable defensive skills. I've often wondered what it was about this rivalry that captured the imagination of the public. Was it the contrast between their styles, the intensity of their battles, or something more primal? Like a masterfully crafted symphony, Pep's life was a harmonious blend of technical precision, unyielding dedication, and an unwavering passion for the sport he loved. As the curtain drew to a close on Pep's illustrious career in 1969, the boxing world was left to ponder the magnitude of his achievements. A staggering record of 229 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw stood as a testament to his unyielding resolve, an unwavering commitment to excellence. And yet, despite the inevitable passage of time, Pep's influence on the sport showed no signs of waning. He seamlessly transitioned into the role of trainer and cornerman, imparting his vast knowledge and expertise to a new generation of fighters. It was during this period that I had the privilege of crossing paths with Pep on several occasions. I recall one particularly memorable encounter at a boxing symposium in New York City, where he regaled the audience with tales of his storied career, peppered with insightful anecdotes and witty observations. As we conversed backstage, I was struck by his humility, kindness, and generosity of spirit, qualities that have become all too rare in the rarefied world of professional sports. As the years went by, Pep's contributions to boxing were recognized with a slew of prestigious awards and accolades. His induction into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990 was a fitting tribute to his enduring impact on the sport, and in 2002, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Boxing Writers Association of America, a testament to the profound respect and admiration in which he was held by his peers. But Pep's personal life was equally filled with joy, love, and a deep sense of fulfillment. His marriage to Mary in 1946 proved to be a union that would endure for over 6 decades, a bond strengthened by their shared experiences, laughter, and adventures. Together, they raised 2 children, instilling in them the values of hard work, discipline, and compassion that had defined Pep's own life. As he looked back on his remarkable journey, Pep once reflected, "I've been blessed with a wonderful family, a great career, and the love of the sport I've dedicated my life to." These words, spoken with characteristic humility and gratitude, capture the essence of a man who remained deeply grounded and authentic, even in the face of overwhelming success. Rather, it is the character, integrity, and compassion that define us as human beings that ultimately leave an indelible mark on the world. Pep's story serves as a powerful reminder that with passion, determination, and a commitment to excellence, we can overcome even the most daunting obstacles and achieve our goals. As the first often say, a champion is not merely a title or a trophy, it is a state of mind, a mindset that embodies the very best qualities of human endeavor. Willie Pep was, in every sense of the word, a champion. His technical mastery, speed, and agility in the ring inspired generations of fighters, including legends like Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. And yet, his impact extends far beyond the realm of sports, speaking to fundamental truths about perseverance, hard work, and the transformative power of dedication. As we close this chapter on Willie Pep's extraordinary life, I am reminded of the words of the great poet, Maya Angelou, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better." These words, spoken with characteristic wisdom and eloquence, capture the essence of Pep's remarkable journey, a testament to the human spirit's capacity for growth, self-improvement, and transcendence. What obstacles will you overcome? What challenges will you confront? And what goals will you strive to achieve? The answer, much like Willie Pep's remarkable legacy, lies within you, waiting to be unleashed, nurtured, and celebrated. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.